Hey there, beautiful people. Good afternoon. If you're watching this with me shortly after I upload it, it'll be the afternoon. Yeah, this is Dulce K, and I'm thrilled to welcome all of my new subscribers here. Thank you so much for, all of the new subscribers, for joining me on this journey of empowerment and celebration of our diversity as light-skinned Black women. I wanted to take a moment to really express my gratitude for all the engagement and the feedback from my video that I posted last night discussing my DNA results and the experiences of being a light-skinned Black woman. I did not dive too deep into that. I mostly focused on the DNA results, and I really appreciated the comments that you guys left on the video. Your comments and your perspectives are super valuable to me, and I actually found a lot of inspiration for upcoming content in the feedback. So thank you. I want to go over some of the things that you said. Really interesting, really fun, everyone sharing their experiences. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, someone said, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Favor X said, great video. I'm also wanting to know my DNA soon, as a lot of Asians or Latinos think I am one of them at times. Yeah, totally can relate. And I don't know, it's kind of an interesting feeling when you do your DNA test and you find that, oh, well, I'm actually not that admixture, I have this admixture instead. It's very interesting how we have preconceived notions of what different admixtures should look like phenotypically. So thank you so much for sharing, and I highly encourage you to get your DNA results so you can know once and for all. And then someone else left a beautiful comment about their experience with getting DNA testing. I think I'm saying this correct. Excuse me. It's WT8867. He says, well, in actuality, I'm a dark-skinned Black American man with an overall fascination with genetics. My genetic groups are similar to your own in a very real sense. Two are regionally Black American genetic groups, and to my surprise, one turned out to be Puerto Rico. However, my girlfriend is a light-skinned Puerto Rican woman with a complexion similar to Mariah Carey's. Okay, so she's like very light. And I love her very, very much. I took the test about 2 years after we met, so it was a surprise for the both of us. Also, I'd like to say, if on your list of DNA matches, you find enough relatives with Iberian Peninsula or French, it could indicate evidence of that in your lineage, but it ran out by the time it passed down to you. Thanks for the reply. That's so amazing. So I actually did not know that about DNA, but yeah, that's really cool that you did your testing with your and you showed your results to your partner. It's really fun, being able to tell the people who you love and who you're close to, like, hey, I found out my DNA and this is where my ancestry is. And if you find, similar ancestry, that's like another barrier broken down, right? It's like in connections and relationships, we have barriers like socioeconomic barriers, cultural barriers, language barriers. And so while we do love to celebrate our differences, sometimes it's also comforting to identify commonalities as well. So I'm happy for you too. I hope that brought you closer together. And yeah. And Blasian King, hello Blasian King, also left a comment in response to the part where I asked if anyone has experienced being dismissed or diminished as a member of their community because of their skin tone or because of how they look. Blasian King says, South Asians tell me I am not Hindu because I don't have typical Indic features. I think he means Indic features. So thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for being vulnerable. Like I said, this will always be a safe space for people who feel that their skin tone has been used or discriminated against within their own community and used to, just dismiss their experiences or their value to their culture, their community. So thank you so much for sharing. I had so much fun reading the comments and a lot of the other comments saying that you enjoyed the video. Yeah, so feel free to continue to leave feedback or any kind of advice, or if you want if you have recommendations or you want me to talk about something specific, please let me know in the comments. Okay. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into today's topic. Speaking of comments, I did receive a comment that was kind of questioning, whether the term light skin, whether making content, about specifically light-skinned Black women is inclusive. And this got me thinking about it. So I did take some time to reflect on, is this content, inclusive enough? And I wanted to share with you why I eventually did come to the conclusion that, the term light skin is actually rather inclusive. So picture this: a group of Black individuals with varying skin tones gather together. This could be at a family reunion. This could be just your friend group, or maybe your extended friend group. Maybe you're at, a Super Bowl house party, or maybe, you're going out with your girls to brunch. Okay, so you're all together. Now, even if objectively speaking, everyone in the group falls on like the deeper end of the foundation color spectrum, like with makeup colors, like makeup foundation colors, one person might be perceived by the rest of the group as light skinned simply because they're lighter in comparison to the others, and like they're visibly lighter in comparison to others. They could be 2 shades lighter, 3 shades lighter. This perception isn't just about skin tone, by the way. It's also influenced by various factors like your facial features, your gender, and like other societal norms or cultural norms. And when I say cultural norms, speaking about this scenario, for instance, I believe we can all agree that it's kind of seen as a cultural norm for women who are quote unquote comfortable in their Blackness to wear natural hair. That's kind of like that is a narrative that's very dominant in our culture, right? So that's an example of a cultural norm, right? So yeah. But for instance, if you're female, or if you have certain facial features like a tall pointed nose, or you have high cheekbones, or you have monolids, or your hair is naturally wavy, or you just wear your hair straight most of the time, that can exacerbate the perception in this scenario of you being quote unquote light skin. The features can change how your skin tone is perceived. And because this is so subjective, this is such a subjective approach to categorizing people, it does often lead individuals to feel that they're being discriminated or feel excluded within their own community. So when we talk about being light-skinned, we're acknowledging the shared experiences of anyone who has been marginalized or treated differently within their own racial group because they have a lighter complexion. Now, to bring some objectivity to this discussion, let's consider foundation shades. on a channel that I admire. This channel actually inspired me to start my own channel. It's called Exoticals United. The creator used foundation shades as a reference point to explore perceptions of light skin within the Black community. So she made a post and took a poll, and we looked at different foundation shades. And you know what? We learned that this is way more complex and nuanced than just a simple shade on a palette. So you can take a look here and see how the results looked. And I highly recommend that you visit her channel as well. She has some very interesting ideas and stories and experiences that she's shared about, being a light-skinned Black woman, and also sharing the experiences of other like mixed women, other light mixed women as well, and specifically on how light skin tone is perceived. That post right there, that poll just blew my mind because I got to see how it's just very subjective, and even us, just a group of light-skinned women on that post, we're trying to figure out, okay, what is it? In my opinion, we actually chose a very rich and warm color and marked it as light skin. So it's very subjective. But ultimately, embracing our diversity and acknowledging the experiences that we have as Black women, it's crucial for building an inclusive space, right? So we're going to continue this conversation with openness and empathy, and I'm committed to celebrating Blackness in all its shades, not just what people feel that we should be celebrating because of history. No, I'm going to celebrate and uplift, and I don't have to put anyone down in order to do that, right? But that's all I have to say. So thank you once again for joining me today. Let me know what you think. Do you think that making content that focuses on the experiences of light-skinned women is going to contribute to inclusivity and would contribute to the upliftment of Black women, or just women period overall? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yes, comment. I do want to hear your thoughts below. But let's keep spreading love and positivity together. Until next time, stay magical. Bye for now.